For the next 48 hours, I'm gonna build a branded dropshipping store using AI and attempt to make $1,000 in profit. Moreover, I will show you everything, how I found the winning product, how I run ads on Facebook and Meta to make sure I get sales, and how I launched the store completely with AI. And at the end of this video, you will be able to see how much profit I actually made. So let's get started. So since we are limited to a very small time frame, we need a plan. Haven't used this in a while. Oh, they're snowing. Alright, so after an hour of thinking, I have finally made my master plan. You know it's a master plan because it's written over here. Let me walk you through my plan real quick. The first step is to finding a winning product. That's kind of the point of dropshipping, you resell products. And after we find a winning product, we're gonna make a store around the product to sell those products. After making the store, we're gonna make some ads and run those on Meta to finally get some sales and completing step 4, which is to make money. Also, I'm gonna make a profit goal for this challenge, which is about $1,000. So is it possible to make $1,000 using dropshipping in just 48 hours? Well, you're about to find out. And one thing I didn't mention earlier is that we're gonna use AI through the entire process. Because not using AI in 2026 is a massive disadvantage. And since we're in a limited time frame, using AI can help us replace hours of manual work in just minutes. So let's get started with the first step, finding a winning product. So I found two really good methods of doing this, and I will show you both so you can pick the one you like. The first method is called the TikTok burner method. In this method, you basically go into TikTok and search for TikTok made me buy this. So after you search this, you will find hundreds of winning products that are currently trending, which you can use right now. So basically in this method, we find what's currently working for other people and copy it into our own store. It's really effective. This method has been used for a long time and for good reason, because if a product is working for someone else, there's a good chance it will also work for you. So all you do is like these dropshipping videos one by one, so TikTok knows you like these kind of videos and want them in your feed. After you do that, your feed will become a gold mine of winning products that you can use anytime. Most people have a different account aside from their main account to find winning products for this exact purpose. So all you do is scroll until you find something that has potential. So after a while of scrolling, I found 3 products that are absolute winners and I can use for this challenge. For finding a winning product, I basically look for 3 things: branded, insecurity, and evergreen. Branded meaning we can actually build a brand around the product and scale it to millions of dollars. Insecurity meaning the product is tied to an insecurity and we can actually sell it around that. For example, like how teeth whitening strips are used for people who have yellow teeth. That's an insecurity right there. And evergreen meaning we can sell it throughout the year and it is not binded around a season like jackets or sweaters. With all that said, let's get into the products I found. The first product I found is this red light therapy mask, which I personally think is really good because it's tied to an insecurity, people who have wrinkles, and we can build a brand around it like any other. And the third thing is I think we can get really good margins around this product, like $100 or so. The second product I found is this couple's Valentine thing, which I think we could have sold really good 2 weeks ago when it was Valentine, but we're gonna try it anyways. The thing I found interesting about this product is when you click the middle of the product, the other person who has this bracelet will also get a notification in their hand. We can also build a brand around this product and it's not really tied to an insecurity, but we can get really good margins around this product. So like if the boyfriend misses his girlfriend, he can just click here like, baby, I'm in. The second product I found is this car refresher, which I think is really good because I found a supplier selling it for $10. So obviously we can get very high margins. But aside from that, I can actually see people using it because I find a lot of people suffering from suffocation in their car. So this could help a lot, especially for people who smoke in their cars. So they have to just press the button and it will clear all the smoke in there. It is really important to see other people using your product so you can actually find what's the selling point of the product and actually make good ads on the product. With that all being said, let's get into the second method of product research. For this, you need to head over to a website named Data, which is a product research tool. Head over to the product section and here you can see hundreds of products that are currently trending and it's marked by Data itself. You will not only find the products here, you will actually find the ads being used on the product and how much revenue it's actually making every single month, week. So yeah, it's a bit more work than the TikTok method, but I would say it's worth it. But I'm not gonna do it because I have already found my 3 products on the TikTok method. But out of the 3 products, I'm only gonna use one product for this challenge, which is the red light therapy mask, mainly because I think it has the most potential out of the whole 3. This mask is evergreen, meaning I can sell it all throughout the year, and it has an insecurity behind it. Basically, elder women have wrinkles on their skin which they need to remove using this product. And the third reason is it has really high margins. I can probably find a supplier of this for like $20 in China and sell it for $100 easily. So we can mark the first step of our master plan as complete. So immediately after I chose the product, I went on AliExpress and found it for like 20 bucks. So now that we have our product, we need to build a store that will act as a place where you can sell our products. But before we do that, I want to complete my branding for my dropshipping store. I personally think having a brand behind your dropshipping product is super important in 2026. Because having a brand will allow you to charge way higher than your product's actual value. For example, take Nike, they manufacture their shoes for like $2 to $5 and sell it for hundreds of dollars. And people actually buy it for the brand, not the shoes itself. People are way more likely to trust a branded dropshipping store and spend extra rather than an unbranded store that sells random things like glow lamps. With that being said, let's get into branding. So after thinking about it for like half a minute, I came up with the name Loomer. After choosing the name, I went to GoDaddy and purchased a domain for like 5 bucks and the domain is loomer.store. I think it's pretty good. Before that though, I used a Shopify app named DSLs to import my product from AliExpress to my Shopify store. So now if anyone purchases my product, DSLs will automatically ship the product to the customer. And after connecting the domain to Shopify, my store was officially live. But wait, I actually need to build my store. Now then that's taken care of, we can actually move on to building the store itself. So instead of building the store manually for the next 6 hours, I'm gonna use an AI store builder named Atlas. So here we are in my Shopify dashboard and have installed the Atlas app. You can do the same. There's a 1 week free trial so you can use that. So Atlas has this feature where you basically paste the link from AliExpress or the product link wherever you found it from, and Atlas will create a full branded dropshipping store around that product in just a few minutes. Here I'm on Atlas and I just paste the AliExpress link of my product. After that it's asking me to pick some pictures of the product, and after I click generate, Atlas AI will create a brand new dropshipping store for me in just minutes. As you can see, Atlas AI has created the full dropshipping store around the product just from the AliExpress link. Obviously, I'm gonna have to change the context a little bit and add my branding to this store. But aside from that, this AI tool has saved me hours of manual store building. Alright, so I've completed building the store. I have added my branding and my text around the product, and I have also changed the colors a little bit as you can see. I think it's pretty good and it will have a great conversion rate. Hopefully. Now that we have built our story, we can officially mark the second step of our plan as complete. So now we move on to step 3, which is to run ads so that people actually know our store exists and even consider buying from us. Alright, so before we run ads, we need the ads to run them. Basically, I'm gonna have to make some ads. Thankfully though, I found a lot of ad material on TikTok and Instagram and even Data itself so I can use them. So I'm gonna go make some ads on CapCut. So after an hour of work, I have created 7 ads that I can use in a single campaign. So for running the ads, we're obviously gonna use Meta because it has so many customization of demographics and audience. And I'm gonna target tier 1 countries for this product, basically USA, Canada and Australia. Finished creating the campaign and loaded all the ads in it, and I did something not a lot of people do actually in the starting stages of their store. I set the conversion goal to add to cart instead of purchases. This may seem as a big mistake, but my store hasn't gotten any purchases yet, so that's why I set it to add to cart. But obviously after I get some sales, I will create another campaign whose goal will be purchases. But I feel like in the starting stages of your store, Facebook can't use your budget properly if it doesn't have the data of the conversion event you're going for. So that is why I've set the conversion goal as add to carts instead of purchases, if any of that makes any sense at all. Okay, now it's time to run the ads and hopefully get some sales. I will run them on a $12.5 budget on a daily basis for like 2 days around the dropshipping whole challenge. and let's see if we get any sales tomorrow. Alright, so it's the next day. I let the ads run all throughout the night and a little bit of today. So we're gonna see if we got any sales. Okay, so here we are on my ads manager, and as you can see, I got a total of 2 sales. I'm gonna refresh this page just so you know it's not fake, but as you can see, a total of 2 sales. So I did the math and we got 2 sales. That means $220 in total revenue. From that $220, we're gonna subtract $45 for the product cost and $25 for the total ad cost in this challenge. And we're gonna subtract another $5 for some other costs. That leaves us at $145 in the green, which means I made a total profit of $145. Did I make $1,000? No. Do I think it's impossible? Also, no. Maybe if I picked a different product or improved the ad budget, then maybe I could have gotten more sales and completed the challenge. But that doesn't change the fact that I made $145 in just 2 days. And I'm probably gonna be running more ads on this store and get more sales and scale it to millions of dollars. And if you wanna see me do all that, then you should subscribe. I didn't know if you noticed, but this is my first video on this challenge. So if you're watching this far, then thank you. Before you leave though, I'm gonna tell you about myself a little bit. I'm Yuvraj Singh, a 17-year-old entrepreneur from India who's still in high school. I do a lot of things: app development, agency, dropshipping, and a little bit of content creation also. And I wanted to create a channel where I can share my personal experiences of my entrepreneurship journey. So yeah, if you're watching this video, then you are a part of my journey.